24 hours after Prime Minister Modi unveiled the national emblem, the TMC was quick to attack the centre over the unveiling, claiming that Prime Minister Modi's version of the emblem was looking ferocious. TMC MP Jawhar and Jawhar Sircar claimed that the emblem was an insult to the national symbol. TMC's Jawhar Sircar claimed that the original emblem was graceful, regally confident, while Prime Minister Modi's version above the Parliament building was snarling and unnecessarily aggressive and disproportionate. AIMIM Chief Ashoka Emblem has accused the Prime Minister's office of violating constitutional norms. Congress has jumped in the debate. Sandeep Dixit questioned as to why opposition parties were not present during this unveiling.
And other opposition parties, they're rudderless today. They do not have any issues because of the positive agenda that is being undertaken by the Prime Minister of the country. And whenever the nation is celebrating, these people are whining and they're trying to point out mistakes in all the actions that the government decides to take. I think they've got a befitting response from the people of the country in the past. They'll be replied to again in the election in the future. But this kind of opposition for the sake of opposition is not welcomed by the people of India.
We are also a very loyal Indian. And as, a new parliament building or a central vista project, etc., when we did object to it, it was during COVID times because of COVID mismanagement was happening, and there the government was seemed to be very busy with the central vista project. Now, it appears that because the opposition had placed certain objections at that time, and that's why none of the leaders of the opposition were called also for the event or for the opening yesterday. But we respect our emblem, we do.
Ritik Mondal is now joining us from Kolkata. Ritik, walk our viewers through what is the exact objection that the TMC is taking at this point of time over this entire controversy. In fact, Ashoka Emblem has also reacted to this particular emblem and called it unconstitutional. What is the TMC stance?
See, actually, Prime Minister Narendra Modi Monday unveiled the new emblem which has been placed atop of Central Vista there in Delhi, and what we have the very next day that TMC, it seems like it's triggering a new flashpoint between opposition TMC and BJP particularly after Jawhar Sircar tweeted that and I quote, that it is an insult of our national symbol, the majestic Ashokan lion, and Jawhar Sircar demanded immediate change of this emblem. On that particular tweet, Sircar also posted two pictures of national emblem. One was the previous one and the new one. Let me also mention that just a while back, Jawhar, TMC member of parliament, she also tweeted the same picture but didn't mention anything. But it seems like now TMC is targeting particularly BJP and centre over this issue. Amid the situation, the opposition brigade are targeting and criticizing this event, what exactly happened yesterday in Delhi. And remember, at a time when BJP particularly are targeting TMC and its Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee over the Kali controversy, it seems like another flashpoint that has erupted, that has triggered by TMC senior leaders like Jawhar or Jawhar Sircar, and this is going to be very interesting to see what stance BJP takes to react on this, as it has been decided by TMC to raise their voice over this issue when the BJP is mounting pressure on TMC over Kali controversy. So now TMC chose to hit back the BJP.
Jawhar Sircar of the Trinamool Congress is now joining us for a quick reaction on this story. Mr. Sircar, firstly, your reaction to this particular emblem.
See, I have already mentioned in my tweet that it is a distortion.
Okay.
However slight the distortion may appear to be, it is a distortion. And under the acts that guide the reproduction of national symbols, the national flag, there is no scope for even a hair to pass. There is no scope for distortion. Now, this distortion has been made in respect of certain features. like the aggression that comes out of the mouth of the lion that has been foisted, the lions that have been foisted. Ashokan lions symbolized royalty in its splendor, in their restraint. You have to understand Ashoka. You don't have to go too far to, architects and visualizers are available here and there. But Ashoka and his philosophy has to be understood in the light of this controversy. Ashokan lions were regal. They were sangyam, as we put in Hindi. They were restrained. They were restrained, they were peaceful. They were trying to convey a placid regality that was peaceful and caring where the people were concerned. These aggressive lions obviously represent the cult of a particular group, but are not in tandem with what India and its symbolism is. So
right. If I could also ask you to elaborate legally where this is flouting the law of the land.
See, we have two acts guiding the national flag: insult to the national flag, dishonor to the national flag, and we also have an act guiding the national symbols.
Correct.
And there are laws guiding the national symbols: the scale, the size, the color, everything is guided. You cannot go and put a national symbol on top of your car. You can't.
Yes.
There's a strict law about it, and you can't put fat lions and get away with it. Not on official stationery, not on official thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have taken from the printer wrong symbols of the national emblem and we have discarded them. Because even if it's fractionally wrong, it hurts the eye and it draws adverse attention. Now here is a case where you will see the scale, the shape, there is a distortion. I just can't understand.